Thank you for joining me today on the My Positive Perspective Internet Show, where we feature individuals and groups who share the common goal of improving the local Charleston community. Today's episode is brought to you by the Carolina Children's Charity, helping children with birth defects since 1987. Joining me on today's episode is Miss Sonia Beal. So how you doing, Sonia?
I'm great. Thank you, Jason, for having me. I appreciate it.
Fantastic. And on this episode, we're going to be discussing, of course, the Carolina Children's Charity, which you are, a volunteer and an avid supporter of. But also, we're talking about, a type of fundraising which is similar to the boot drive, but also a little different. So maybe you could talk about that some.
Absolutely. This year our telethon will be a little bit different. We are having the firefighter boot drive that leads up to our live broadcast. But our live broadcast this year is going to be done on Monday, March 16th on WCBD. We'll also be out in the community filming the firefighters. We'll have a live remote at Raising Cane's that evening. But it'll be an opportunity for people who are watching and tuning in to WCBD or listening to the local radio stations to call in and pledge monies to support our mission and cause, which of course is to help children in the Low Country with birth defects and childhood diseases.
And then in WCBD, they're an excellent broadcast, and I know you rely on WCBD, I'm sure, as a sponsor. But you also have some fantastic sponsors helping you out with these and other events to help you raise funds. So maybe you can talk about those for a little bit.
Absolutely. WCBD is our media sponsor, and they've been wonderful to us, and we've worked with them for the past 28 years. We also have Morse Nissan and a variety of other sponsors throughout the community: Royal Hardware, Carolina Eye Care, Dre's Vision, Roper St. Francis Hospital, and Regions Bank, numerous sponsors. If people tune in on Monday, March 16th, the WCBD from 6 a.m. to 6:30 p.m., we will be on all day. We will have a nice sponsor banner that's representing all the sponsors that support our boot drive and our appreciation day that will be coming up at the end of April. But we are very lucky to have the community support that we do. A lot of businesses stand behind us as well as our firefighter community, which makes us be able to do what we do so well and to help children.
Sure. And you also mentioned the community support and the community, meaning companies and stuff, but also the individuals and the people. And I know sometimes there's individuals saying or seeing the firefighters with the boots, and they just don't have money in their car at that moment, but they still would like to get involved and help out, donating funds. And this telethon is a way for them to do that, correct?
Absolutely. If they can tune in to watch us on Monday, March 16th, like I said, on WCBD, we will have a live phone bank. If you can't, support the charity that way and you can't find a local firefighter in the community, hopefully you will see many throughout the week. You can go to our website, which is www.carolinachildren.org. And we have a Just Give donation box. You can actually make a donation online, or you can call the charity office, which is 843-769-7555. And we will be glad to let you know how you can go about making a donation and supporting our cause.
Another way, that some people or the organizations try to get people to sponsor companies may not be sponsoring the company themselves, but maybe sponsoring individual children. Is that anything that Carolina Children's Charity is looking at doing maybe in the future or present?
Well, we basically take in all of our money and then we award grants individually. We don't do what they call designated funds, so you can't call in and say, I want a certain child to have this certain money, because we don't do that way. We basically bring in all the money and process it through the office, and then families can come to us and they can make a grant request and do a grant application. We kind of walk them through that process, and then we review it, and then we decide, how much we're able to give them based on their individualized needs. All of our grants are considered on a case-by-case basis, but we do strive very hard to try to give each child that applies something. If they're requesting something that we don't do, I can usually talk to them about their child's needs and their specific diagnosis, and then we can come up with some recommendations for what they could apply to the charity for, to help make their lives a little bit easier. Sometimes people just don't know what all is out there, and I've got quite a bit of medical experience under my belt, and so I try to do what I can to guide them in the right direction.
Okay, great. So there's a listener out there with a child with a birth defect, and they need assistance from the Carolina Children's Charity. This is how they could, apply and possibly receive that help.
Absolutely. They should give me a call. Again, our main number is 843-769-7553. We can discuss your child's individualized situation, and then we can offer suggestions on how they can help. The key thing is they have to live in one of our 4 counties of viewing range, which is Charleston, Berkeley, Dorchester, and Colleton County. They have to be under the age of 19, so the last day of their 18th birthday, and they have to have a diagnosed birth defect or childhood disease. Once they have met those qualifications, then we can discuss other ways that we possibly can help. And we'll be happy to do that.
Sure, and it's so good because, children born with birth defects or childhood diseases, these are things that parents don't financially plan on having, and I think it's important that we tell the parents out there that help is available to them, and don't panic too hard because help is available to them.
Absolutely. I think that a lot of people still don't know about Carolina Children's Charity, which kind of amazes me since we've been around for 28 years, but we are here to help. You can refer yourself. You can have your child's doctor, child's therapist refer your child to us. But like I said, if you don't know how we can help and you do have a need, I do encourage you to reach out and talk to us. If we are not the resource for you, we will do our very best to refer you out. But that's why, we're asking the community for their support. We're asking for support of the firefighters. We're asking for people to tune in and make pledges and donations to the charity so we can help as many children as we can. Like I said, we've helped thousands and thousands of children over the years, and we want to continue our mission for forever. So.
Okay, well, Sonny, thank you so much for being such a help to our community and to our children out there. I'd love to thank you for that.
Thank you.
And I'd love to thank you all for tuning in to My Positive Perspective. We'll see you next week. Have a great day.
On a sunny day, I feel my thoughts drift away. Only good vibes and good times living in my brain. On a sunny day, catch me lamping in the shade, feeling so fine and so high. Oh, my sunny day, still I hope all my efforts will one day pan out. The love within you'll never be without. So I roll, feeling strong and so invincible.